Hello, my dear, beautiful, lovely Libra friends. I have your forecast for July right in front of me, and I can't wait to share it with you. I just want to take a moment to thank those of you who have written me and thanked me for writing my latest book. I thank you. Uh, I'm so glad you're enjoying it. If you are an astrology student, a serious astrology student, if you know how to read a chart, or if you're a professional astrologer, you might want to get a copy of Hidden Messages in Your Birth Chart. Some of you know that I am passionate about helping people release their programming so that they can live their highest and best lives. It is that programming that we got as little kids uh, that forms the story that we read in our birth charts. It helps us understand ourselves so much better if we understand those hidden messages, because many of them are nonverbal. If you would like to know yourself better, if you'd like to help your clients know themselves better, Hidden Messages in Your Birth Chart is available on Amazon. Okay, let us talk about you. Um, wow, look at this forecast. Look at where all the energy is. This is fabulous. I'm going to start right up here with Mercury, the blue planet. Mercury is what we think about and talk about. Now, Mercury has been retrograde and it is currently in the shadow of the retrograde, which means it feels like Mercury is still retrograde. Mercury will come out of the shadow on the 7th of July. And until then, you may still make those bumbling mistakes that we make when Mercury is retrograde. Um, Most importantly, I think when it's in the shadow, you have a second chance to take care of those unfinished projects that you never got around to while Mercury was retrograde. I'm serious. So it's in your ninth house, the big picture, your higher mind. With Mercury, Mercury is a thinking planet, not a doing planet. So you've been thinking of ways to expand your life. The ninth house deals with concepts and principles, and it opens our eyes to a much bigger picture. It has been in your ninth house. On the 11th, it moves into your 10th house of your career and what the public sees of you. And this is what you're thinking about and talking about when Mercury's in your 10th house. You may be communicating in your career, and you'll be thinking about stepping up into a higher position. On the 27th, it moves into your 11th house of friends. And so you're thinking about your friends, you're talking to your friends, you're communicating with them. The 11th house is the house of the humanitarian. And so you're seeing uh, more opportunities to interact with friends and perhaps humanitarian groups. Now, when Mercury moves into your 10th house, it joins the sun, the yellow planet, the center of our life, the giver of life. Wherever the sun is, that is the center of our world. And that the sun lights up that area. It has been in your 10th house, and you have probably been in a greater leadership position, whether or not you've recognized it. Well, recognize it now, because it's going to stay in that 10th house until the 22nd. And then it will move into your 11th house of friends and group activities. And the sun is the center wherever it goes. And so you may, if you're involved in different groups, find yourself in a position of leadership that it will be very favorable for you. I love it. Okay. So on the 20th, excuse me, glasses. On the 22nd, the sun enters the 11th house. On the 27th, Mercury joins the sun. Now, Venus, the planet of love and happiness and beauty, is already in your 11th house. And so you're loving your friends. And guess what? They're loving you too. On the 21st, Venus moves into the 12th house. And what you'll love is your solitude and privacy and any relationships that you keep away from nosy people. Okay? Mars, the red planet, passion. What comes first to you? What you'll fight with and fight for. It has been and will stay in your 11th house of friends, stirring things up, making your friends the most important group because you have the sun, the giver of life, and Mars, what comes first to you in that 11th house. On the 29th, Mars moves into your 12th house. And your passions run very, very deep. But the 12th house is also the house of the subconscious, not just behind the scenes activities. Wherever Mars is what you'll fight with and fight for. So when it's in the 11th house, you'll fight with your friends or for your friends. In the 12th house, you'll fight for your solitude. And any fighting going on, you'll either stuff or it'll take place privately. Okay, makes sense. We have a new moon on the 9th, and on the new moon, energy starts growing. It's in your 10th house of career. Oh, yes. Start moving upward. Think of moving upward because on the new moon, energy starts growing. This new moon is in 18 of Cancer. Find 18 of Cancer in your birth chart and blend it, combine it with this solar reading. 2 weeks after the new moon, on the 23rd, we have a full moon. It's in 1 degree of Aquarius in your 5th house of fun and games. Oh, yeah. So it's time to play. It's time to enjoy yourself. And if you have kids, they're going to want your attention. That's just how it is. And so all matters relating to fun, to children, to creativity can come to a head and to be enjoyed, to be dealt with. If you need to, remind somebody, I'm the parent, you're not, that type of thing. But mainly with a full moon in your 5th house, Libra, have fun, enjoy yourself. And so that is your beautiful forecast for July. Join me next month when once again we take a look at your personal forecast. Until then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.